Now this is of course Origins, the first game in the series. I do not know what I'm getting into. I've heard that it is amazing. I don't know anything about it. But grab your popcorn, grab your drinks. It's time, baby. Oh, what the hell? Origins or Awakening? I'm pretty sure Origins comes first. Yeah, it's Origins, Return to Ostagor. I'm assuming that's a city or a realm. And then Awakening. And then we have the other campaigns, of course. That apparently we can just do in whatever order we want. And then it's Dragon Age 2, and it's all of its DLC. So we're starting with Origins. Not Awakening, but Origins. Here we go. And so is the Golden City, blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven, and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Threnodies 8:13.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn.
This soundtrack is so good.
They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all. Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of 2 known remaining Dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the Dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endrin of House Aeducan, the 9th Aeducan ruler elected by the noble assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lord. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
Oh. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast? You know what? With the Darkspawn and everything, let them see me as a warrior. Let them know I'm here to protect them.
Of course, if every other noble has a shield and 3 swords, you'll feel awfully underdressed.
You, my friend, are ridiculous. You forget your place. I'm not to be mocked. You, my friend, are ridiculous.
One can't take all this marching about and speech-making too seriously. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
What shall we do in the meantime? What sort of grievances? The art of ruling is hardly boring. What of my brothers? What sort of grievances?
The usual. This lord had my cousin killed. This lord seduced my wife. This lord did the exact thing I'd planned to do to him, but he did it first.
Bruh!
Pose and bluster, and each pretends he is the honorable man in a den of thieves and assassins. Bah. The rest is worth seeing, though. As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice my cheering. Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
Delighted.
Holy shit. Alright. Out of 70, huh? Okay. So, let's get healing potion. Small grease trap. Be careful if the trap breaks open in your pack. It'll take hours to get the oil off everything. Can that happen? Requires trap making. I'm assuming to make it, not use it, right? Use. When triggered, this trap releases a small grease lick that slows the movement speed of any creatures who enter the area and cause them to fall unless they pass a physical resistance check. Friendly fire possible. Sure, why not? Short bow. What is my current... Oh, do I not have a weapon? It shows that I have a sword. Longsword, aye.
And so I shall.
And so I shall. I mean, I could just take all, I guess? I don't know. Ooh. Ah, I see. The lore. Show me the lore.
And so I shall.
And so I shall.
Delighted.
All right.
I am at your service.
My lord,
That's...
as you will.
I am proud to serve the Aeducans.
Aeducans, yes. Okay.
My lord.
Are you excited about the... Well, tell me about your family, Gorum.
Not much that you don't already know. My father's father was a great hero of the Deep Roads excursions and raised the family to the top of the warrior caste. He was even nominated to join the assembly and found a noble house, but the honor was in the nomination. He wasn't afforded a single vote. My father served your father for many years, and now I serve you.
But as a friend, not like a slave or something, right? Excited about the battle tomorrow.
Yes, I yearn to face the Darkspawn and prove my worth as your second.
Just try not to embarrass me. Remember, it's my glory we go to it. No, no, no.
May the stones support us, and the ancestors look down with pride.
We should get going.
As you will.
Grab this one. So I can just, like, pop it just by clicking that. I like that. It's not bad.
All right.
Key required.
Helen? Oh.
The hell? You good?
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
You're fine? What are you doing in my brother's quarters? Go on, tell her that my brother is at my feast. I'd rather not. Who are you?
She's, it seems she's one of your brother Balin's newest, companions.
I see.
Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lord Aeducan's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous of me to think that he would return to... I am sorry. I will
Do
show
what
myself out
exactly?
with your leave, my lord. Thank you. I will go now.
Okay. Let's rob my brother. Oh.
My lord,
Oh, nope. Whoops.
as you will.
There we go. Dwarven's Merchant Bell. Increases momentary gain. Take all. You're in big trouble, mister. You're gonna go to prison for stealing from your brother. So.
You sure you want to go to the feast now? I doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside.
Oh, thanks for watching out, game. Here, let's go to the provings.
I can't wait to see who's fighting today.
Life in Orzammar or something. Oh, wow. Can't move it down or anything. Maybe it'll move with me as I move. Silk Merchant, Armor Merchant, Orzammar Commons.
Your father has allowed the merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Aeducan, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Aeducan, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house. It doesn't matter, it's all lies. He says that Volney, the Paragon who founded my house, known throughout the world as the greatest of men, was a fraud.
Not precisely. When the Assembly names a Paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But Paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
Aeducan was much loved, but he was still a man. He was plagued by melancholy, and his fervor regarding Orzamar's safety bordered on obsession. When Aeducan was proposed as a paragon, only one lord in the assembly objected. The others savagely hacked him to death. Aeducan's motion passed without a single dissenting vote.
Unlike Volney, is that what you mean, old man?
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
I like your face more than I like your face. You got armor, he will very easily get stabbed through that, but like, and you have a sword, you don't, but
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Aeducan?
the truth is the truth, man. No, the truth is more important than your pride.
You would not say so if it was your house.
I
But I
would.
shall respect your wishes. For now, excuse me, your highness.
He's not gonna fight tomorrow, is he?
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
No, no, that's okay. See why everyone knows why he died.
Well, historically, it has been prudent to eliminate a small threat before it becomes larger.
True. Do the prudent thing.
As you say.
You've shown House Aeducan a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people.
Leave him be for now, but if he... I don't know.
Of course. I have much to document and organize. Good day, Your Highness. And thank you.
You're fine. Nobody's gonna die now, are they? Oh no.
Looks like the noble hunters are out in force, my
Enjoying the
lord.
festivities so far?
Quite.
Have you heard about tomorrow's assault on the Darkspawn burrows?
Who hasn't?
They say they are going to strike a blow at the Horde, but rumor has it they are actually searching for Bronca.
The Paragon? Why search? The ancestors have risen her up to join them.
You don't think she's still out there?
Impossible.
Did you see those noble hunters? Shameful.
No.
My lord,
God damn it, I keep clicking on him.
as you will.
I am proud to serve the Aeducans.
Thank you. Pseudo magic. What's over here? Well, this is, also, this is gonna be a very
My lord,
motherfucker, dude. Oh my god.
as you will.
This is most likely gonna be a very exploring, lore-focused playthrough. That's kind of what this game is. Just for anyone out there who doesn't realize that. I just want to put it out there right now. If you're not a fan of games, or at least watching games, if you're more interested in playing this, it's $30 on Steam. You get this and all the DLCs for just $30. That for, or maybe it's 40. No, it's 30 for this game. Dragon Age 2 might be 40. Dragon Age Inquisition, I think Dragon Age Inquisition and all of its DLCs are 40. Dragon Age 1, like Origins, and Dragon Age 2 are both $30. With all of them with all their DLCs and other things. If you'd rather play than watch. But this is going to be a very, as you've already seen, exploring, lore-focused, choices that matter. I'm going to choose what happens, what doesn't happen type of playthrough. That's kind of what these games are. But it's also going to be very fantasy, combat, whatever. I don't know much about the game. I have...
Our trust follow, big brother.
Motherfucker, why did you go over
to
here?
run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my sibling's second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
Do not talk to my second that way. I held down the right click button to rotate the camera to the silk merchant, but apparently I just pressed it. Oh. Baron, help me out. Don't speak to Gorm like that.
I speak to lower houses and castes as they should be spoken to. Now do as I say.
I really fucking hope you aren't the heir. I really hope myself as the second son become the heir, because if you're gonna treat the lower houses this way, you do not deserve to be in charge.
You're on your own. I've been dealing with them all afternoon.
What exactly is that supposed to mean, little brother?
Nothing, Trian. I've been having a great time. The speech you gave to the legless boy about hard work and making something of himself was fantastic.
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now
totally.
Then, you get to the feast.
It's cute how you think you can order me around.
I'd advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
Are you threatening to kill me?
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
Oh shit! He's got to be alive to be king. Oh my god. Ignore him, it is my... No, that makes it sound like all about me. He means well. Does he though? Perhaps becoming king will calm Trian. If he treats the lower houses that way, it's not gonna be that way. He's got to be alive to... You know what? Threat.
Perhaps this isn't the best place for that sort of talk, shall we?
New screenshot. What does that mean?
My Lord Aeducan, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares?
Why is this man speaking to me? Bro, I love the fact that you get the option to be a fucking, like, arrogant, oh, I'm the royalty, I can be an asshole if I want to, but it's just not up my alley. They're always the lowest character in any anime. I got summoned to another world, I'm gonna be an asshole because I'm the hero. No. You have something I might want?
Not for a mighty warrior such as yourself, my lord, but perhaps a lady friend. I forget myself. I'll be silent.
This looks to be mostly fabrics from the human lands. These merchants form alliances with those who have abandoned our ways to live on the surface. According to the scholars, more than 500. Does it matter? The surfacers are lost to us. Perhaps we should get going.
We don't like surface dwellers, do we? Armor merchant.
My Lord Aeducan, nothing here rivals your amazing Aeducan armor, but if you wish something made...
You know very well House Aeducan has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me.
It's fine, dude.
Your Highness's legendary prowess is matched only by your kindness. I buy only the finest iron ore, and personally oversee the armor's crafting by the most skillful of the smith caste. Of course. The honor was all mine.
Look at this piece, darling. It rivals even the work of the Paragon Smith herself.
Nonsense.
I thought you were going to see the hiding
bring shame
in
upon our
armors.
house. See how the edges are rough and pitted? Would you compare this to Bronca's work? Trust a woman to speak of things she doesn't understand. Be quiet now and pray the ancestors deliver Bronca back safely.
Oh.
I'm at your service.
What about that one?
Marty.
I doubt he's up to the task. I'm not going down that road again.
I would love to end up with a red hat.
Don't wear noble, hmm? Stand up straight. They're coming.
I'm sorry, is this a brothel?
You honor us with your presence, Lord Aeducan.
They're fighting the provings in your honor. How exciting.
Am I allowed dagger?
And so I shall.
Short bow.
Of course.
Dagger. Merchant, weapon merchant.
Greetings, my lord Aeducan. I am so honored to have you visit my booth. I have a proposition, but I dared not approach.
Yet you dare now.
Jesus! Well, hear him out.
Very well then, speak.
Yes, just so. Here's the thing. What I mean to say is... Sorry. So nervous. I had a dagger made, for you, as a gift for your first command. Sent a messenger to deliver the dagger to you. Prince Trian had him thrown out. I don't know what offense he caused, but I had him beaten severely.
Jesus.
Won't you at least look at the dagger? Of course. 1,000 thanks to you. Here it is, your highness.
That's an amazing piece, merchant.
You do me much honor, sir. The blade has been crafted over a period of 2 years by masters of every art. I wish to bless the Lord's first command, and hope that someday, when he rules, he will wear it.
Trian is heir. He will rule when King Endrin returns to the stone.
If the assembly wills it. Forgive me, sir, but whispers say the second child of Endrin will be chosen.
Ooh.
Whispers indeed. It's a princely gift. If Trian recognizes it, though, it may send the wrong message. Or the right one, depending on your view.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thank you. You bring uncountable honor to me.
What he means is that you'll bring uncountable gold to him if you wear that piece in public.
Noble's dagger. I'm assuming that's the one I got. I'm not gonna put it on, but I'll have it.
I am at your service.
You bring great glory to your house, my lord. Most exotic wares in Orzammar.
Orzammar. Magic merchant. Not that I'm a mage.
Lord
but...
Aeducan, here in my booth? I am so...
He's fainted. You make quite the impression these days. Is it hard to be the king's child? Never able to just blend in?
Why'd he fucking faint? Why'd he faint? I enjoy watching the little people scurry around me.
It's the price of power, I suppose.
Yeah.
Shall we move along?
I guess. Is he... He appears to be unconscious. Oh god. Can someone please check on him?
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena? We have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded. I I did mention the merchants that won permits to show their goods in the Diamond Quarter. There were only so many permits auctioned off, and quite a few were turned away. Your father fears you will be harassed on the way to the proving.
Will we be leaving then? We will be here.
No, but, I mean, if it's by the father, then alright. But if it's by Trian, I feel like that's a plot to get me killed. Oh, look at that statue! That's awesome. I want to attend the feast, but like, he wants to do this and I'm totally fine with that.
I'm at your service.
Apparently we don't need to be there for several hours, okay? But I'm afraid that if we go here, we're gonna miss the feast, you know? But we'll...
Do you wish to leave for the proving grounds, my lord?
Sure.
We are at your command.
I'm just scared that, like, I'm gonna miss the feast or something. Oh, fuck! I didn't think you would kill him. I'm not gonna go down there, am I? Saving game? Oh, God. The Proving, Valos Atridum, in the 23rd year of the reign of King Endrin Aeducan, an old man of the 7th caste, was accused of stealing a sapphire ring from his employer, Lord Dace. The journal tracks updates to your current objectives and records the results of your prior exploits. This includes quests, complete, as well as codex entries that describe the world around you. At the bottom of the journal screen, that make active button lets you designate quests you're currently working on, which activates arrows on the map and in game world that direct you to the next point in the plot. Interesting. Culture 69. The servant was stripped of his position. He and his family were thrown to the streets, and soon after the servant died. The son of the disgraced servant challenged Lord Dace to a proving, declaring that his father had been the victim of a cruel injustice, and the ancestors would bear him witness. Lord Dace had no choice but to accept. On the sacred stone of the proving ground, the nobleman faced the servant boy. Lord Dace carried a sword crafted for his own hand and was clad in his great-grandfather's armor. The servant boy had neither armor nor weapon. When the battle began, the boy fought like a whole pack of angry deep stalkers, flinging himself upon the startled lord, wrenching the sword from his hand, and prying at his armor with bare fingers. The boy knocked Lord Dace to the ground and beat him until the lord begged for mercy. The boy and his family were reinstated to their place in the Dace household, and the virtue of the boy's father was not questioned again. The ancestor had spoken, and no one would question their word, as told by Shaper Vortag. God damn. Life in Orzammar. The dwarves of Orzammar are quite unlike those found in most human cities. Although Orzammar derives its vast wealth from trade with human kingdoms, all dwarves who come to the surface to trade are stripped of their position in society. Dwarven merchants are so ubiquitous in the human cities that many people labor under the impression that all dwarves are merchants, or that their whole race worships coin and trade. But these surface dwarves are typically creatures, and the ones willing to give up all ties to their kin and sacrifice their rank in order to conduct business. Below ground, the dwarves are a people obsessed with honor their own and that of their family. Most nobles incorporate chainmail even into formal gowns. Really? Because slights and insults often turn deadly. Ah. There are people who revere excellence and strive to achieve it in all things. Even members of the servant caste have been declared elevated to paragons, usually posthumously in recognition of remarkable service. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Champion Scholar by Brother Shinativi. The City of Orzammar. The dwarves are lauded for their craftsmanship, and the city of Orzammar is one of their finest works. Orzammar lies at the heart of the Frostback Mountains, deep underground. The city arcs outward from the royal palace, which is built around a natural lava vent, continually fountaining liquid rock, which both lights and heats the entire cavern. The topmost tier of Orzammar is home of the noble caste, with their places fanning out in both directions from the court of the king as well as the Chaperate, which serves as a repository for all dwarven knowledge. The lower tier is the commons, where the merchant caste holds sway and where the finest works of Orzammar's craftsmen are for sale. In the center of the river of lava, connected to the commons by a causeway, are the proving grounds, a sacred arena where the dwarves, by ancient tradition, settle their disputes. On one side of the fiery river are the ruins of old dwarven palaces, fallen into disrepair, with the locals called Dust Town, now home to the city's casteless. On the other side of the river are the deep roads, which once joined by the sprawling dwarven empire together, but now, after centuries of darkspawn incursions, are largely sealed off. Nearly all knowledge of this network of underground passages has been lost, even to its builders. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Champion Scholar by Brother Shinativi. Alright, and then we'll leave Orzammar politics and Dwarven faith for a little bit later. Oh, I can actually WASD to move around. Oh my god.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
I've come to fight.
Your presence encourages the fighters to greater feats. I'll call the first fighters in a moment.
Sunder arms. Stun. Sunder armor. Are they actually gonna beat one another, or? Oh wait, or do I have to go take a seat somewhere? I have to take a seat here? No? Sir Blackstone. Friendly on Evo. Why are they all looking at me? They're not looking at the thing. They're all just looking at me. That's actually fucking creepy. What the fuck? I gotta turn this music down. I like the music, but we gotta turn it down a little bit, you know? 1.5 for now.
I hope you're enjoying the proving so far.
Well, nothing's really happening, so...
My lord. As you will.
Greetings, Lord Aeducan.
Are you enjoying the proving so far? Your presence will inspire these fighters to even greater effort.
This is the lead trainer of the Provings, my lord. He teaches nobles from lower houses without their own trainers, and the best young men from the warrior caste.
Yes.
No. My father thought it was a waste to study dual-style combat, as I was pledged to be your second.
However, Sigorum has helped teach many classes on small-scale tactics, especially shield work. Did the two of you hear about the scandal here last week?
We've been preparing for tomorrow's battle, and have had little time for gossip.
The Grey Wardens are in Orzammar searching for recruits, so the warrior caste arranged a proving. The goal was for the Grey Wardens to recruit the winner, bringing him honor and a chance for glory. Sir Everd, fresh from fighting Darkspawn, got dead drunk before the proving. Then some casteless bruiser took Sir Everd's armor, wore it, and won the proving.
Interesting.
They took the imposter to jail. I assume to be thrown into the deep roads as meat for the Darkspawn. The warrior caste is in an uproar. An incident like this raises many questions. Well, how the brand got in here to begin with.
Or how a casteless learned to fight like that. They aren't even allowed to possess weapons.
I've heard they fight in the slums with the old cast-offs. I'm almost curious to see.
I doubt King Endrin would approve of that.
Ha! I suppose not. All right, I have to go check on the fighters. It was an honor to speak with you, Your Highness. My thanks. Sigorum, I'll see you later. Good luck tomorrow, the both of you.
My lord. We will take a break when we are done here. For now, we are here to serve.
Jesus! Good, you know your place.
Your wish is our command.
Never enter battle with your bare hands. He's still unconscious? Oh my god, dude.
Invest in the next great trade expedition.
Do I even want to talk to them?
What have we here? Two handsome, strapping, noble lords. You both look so grand.
And isn't this the man of the hour, the king's son?
Who's your friend, my lord? Another noble from the honored House Aeducan? Oh, then not a noble?
No, Telly, not a noble. Stone you're thick sometimes.
They're noble hunters, my lord. A man takes his caste from his father, and these women hope to bear a noble lord's son. If one is successful, she's raised up to concubine in the noble house to care for her child. Provides new sword arms for the house, and many nobles look favorably on such women.
We'll be here if you change your mind, my lord.
I'm okay. Thank you, though.
No sign of trouble here.
Congratulations on your commission.
I am proud to serve the Aeducans.
Congratulations on your commission. Your mother would be proud.
May House Aeducan grow in strength and power.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent. There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week, and a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause. The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause. Those on the surface are our lifeline. They facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and, well, let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone. My wife, however, is a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sort, but she's quite fond of him. He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping to make his fortune, and went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and would be casteless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice? I keep my ears to the stone, my lord. I hear many things, some of which could be a great help during your mission tomorrow. A little forewarning to help your forearming, if you know what I mean.
I don't want to, like, displease him, but... I mean, hey, if I really am the next king, I can do that and more.
I am quite disappointed in your lack of sympathy. Good day to you.
I'm sorry, man. Oh, but I can still do it if I want to, it would seem.
Greetings, my lord Aeducan. It is an honor to meet you at last.
How long have you been waiting for me?
I have had the opportunity to recently meet with your father. He speaks highly of you. He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Aeducan.
The fucking lie.
I have no doubt it is deserved. We need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in Ozamor, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world. Alas, I do not think he would take kindly to that suggestion. As the child of the king and heir after Lord Trian, your place is here. You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you know? Being a Grey Warden means abandoning all ties to your old life. It means dedicating yourself to destroying the Darkspawn. I'm afraid not. Grey Wardens go where they're needed most. Right now, that is on the surface at the ruins of Ostagar, where the Human King gathers his armies to face the Blight. Over the centuries, many dwarves have made names for themselves in our order. These days, however, there are fewer dwarves, and thus even fewer Dwarven Grey Wardens. A pity, since Dwarven warriors have the most experience fighting Darkspawn. Truly? Then I will speak to your father after tomorrow's battle. I have my doubts he will relent, but there is always hope. Until then, good luck to you. Show the Darkspawn what your people are made of.
I meant to, like, I wish I could join you, but my place is here.
Your father is very proud of you. Congratulations.
If it isn't our newest commander.
My king, please reconsider. The trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mino. The Assembly of Kal Sharok will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses? So dutiful. Very well, let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Aeducan. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better? No? Very well then. The ritual is complete. I give you Orzammar's next commander. Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms. Don't question everything. Just go for the ancestors' sake.
Fair enough. Sorry.
I am at your service.
So you're a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father?
Interesting. I would have been at the feast, but Trian had need of me.
The world does not stop and start with your meager achievements. Not even tonight. Now, do you have some purpose in bothering us? You push your luck. Balin, get to bed. We have a big day tomorrow. I will see what our father wishes from his heir.
All day I put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves.
I don't usually like being an asshole, but to him, I'll make an exception.
And what I'm going to tell you next won't make you any more fond of him.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, I am. Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much-proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big brother,
I expected as
Trian
much.
is going to try to kill you. I overheard him giving orders to some of his men, and I was shocked. Then it began to make sense. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right. Trian's the named prince, but only the Assembly can proclaim a king.
Oh!
It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen.
The founder of House Bimo became a paragon and king in one move from the Assembly, and he was a commoner.
That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Usually, it's the popular younger brother of an undesirable prince.
I mean, he is undesirable, so...
Look at it from his perspective. You're more personable than he's ever been. If you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian Veer's father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside. You're the elder. I'll follow your lead as always.
Permission to speak freely? Trian would make a terrible king, but no one wants to say it. He has just enough backing in the Assembly to make it ugly when your father dies, but not enough to become king. Killing him now makes your house stronger and saves a great deal of bloodshed later.
I'm afraid I must agree with you.
Oh, thank
Tomorrow's
God.
battle is the time to do it. I'll find out the rendezvous and buy you the time to do what must be done. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
Oh,
May
shit.
the Paragon smile
Oh,
down on you.
shit. We're gonna kill the heir to the throne and usurp it. Holy shit. Alright. Oh, fuck. Here we go. I've never done combat before, but alright.
Trian and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Haramond. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open. May the Paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall.
Come men! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course
Yes.
not. I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin. Take your men and make ready. Paramount and I need to have words with your sibling.
Good luck, my brother.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a thaig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon Aeducan remains in that thaig, under the stones of the central room. Reclaim the shield, and glory will be yours.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions? The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Aeducan.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.